So my name is Richard Lorenzo Jr. I'm a pastor out here in Central Florida at the Remnant Revival Outreach Center. I have a beautiful wife, three kids. I'm a leader of a ministry. And yeah, I'm Puerto Rican descent. I come from a city down south, Broward County, Florida, near Fort Lauderdale. And yeah.
Richard, can you tell us about your life before Jesus, starting with your childhood?
So again, I was born and raised in Fort Lauderdale, Broward County, Florida. I was born premature at 5 months. I almost died. They actually had to put me in an incubator for a few weeks. My mom couldn't see me for the first 2 weeks until I developed enough to be able to come out of the incubator. That was the beginning of my life in it. I continued to grow up in a Puerto Rican household. My parents are from two cities in Puerto Rico, Caguas and Utuado. My mom Catholic, my dad was raised Christian, but really wasn't in the faith. Really, really lukewarm. I wouldn't even say lukewarm, just not in the faith at all. So I was raised in a home where, a lot of love. My parents did, Puerto Rican traditional, a lot of love, cared about us, took care of us. We weren't raised in a wealthy home, but we also weren't raised in a super poor home. It was, I would say, about middle class. And my family, my mom, my dad always wanted the best for me. So I would go to church, Catholic church, CCD, got my confirmation, reconciliation, that's what they call it, and communion and the whole nine, baptized as a baby. But never really believed in the Catholic religion, just would go because my mom wanted me to go. And, being raised in that household, there was a lot of issues, because obviously Christ wasn't the center fully. So, a lot of tribulation throughout my lifetime, a lot of rejection growing up, seeing things and experiencing things. But again, my parents, I honor them. They loved me, me and my brother. I have one younger brother who's 29 now. He's a few years younger than me, 4 years younger than me. We were just raised in a household where, there was a lot of rejection. Just when Christ is not the center, there's going to be issues. There's going to be issues just because Jesus needs to be the center of everything. So, being raised in Broward County, there's a lot of violence. I was a product of my environment, trying to live two lives. So, trying to please my mom. I love my mom so much, getting good grades in school by any means necessary, cheating on my tests, just doing whatever I could. And I wasn't a dumb kid. I was smart as well. So I was able to kind of manipulate the system, finesse. And if you know about Florida school system, it's terrible. So it was really easy to cheat and get past things in Florida. I'm talking about honors classes, AP classes. But at the same time, I lived a whole nother lifestyle. I played on the basketball team in my school, and I loved basketball, but I also loved women. I loved partying. I loved drinking. I loved smoking, and I loved robbing and doing all types of crazy stuff. Anything that could give me a thrill. It wasn't because I needed money. It wasn't